Hello, everyone, and good morning, and welcome to another episode of Smashi Sport Show. My name is Hisham, and I'm joined today by Abdulaziz.
Hello, Hisham.
How are
Hello,
you?
everyone. Welcome to the sports show.
Today is the 27th of December on a Friday at 11:05 a.m. Hopefully, the year is coming to an end. Last day of the week, last episode on Friday in 2024. Um, how-
This is not the last episode, right?
it's the last Friday episode.
Friday episode.
Yeah, then we
okay.
have another episode on Monday. It's going to be the 30th. So it's a bit late. So
One more to go, guys.
It's a bit late. So Merry Christmas to everyone. And we wish you all a happy New Year. We have a lot of news we need to discuss before going up
As always.
to the weekend, as always, of course. But like upcoming news is right now, especially that's keep happening in the last 2-3 weeks, are not really giving me that surprise because you see potential things coming up, but in that hype, it's really amazing.
True.
Let's kick it off with our first headline of today, where Saudi Arabia to host Gulf Cup 27 in Riyadh in 2026. It's the 27th edition. It's going to be in 2026 and it's going to be hosted in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The tournament will start from September 23rd till October the 6th, 2026.
2026, right?
Yeah, and like for me, I just see like how amazing it is to see Saudi Arabia are really looking very hard in the football industry. I think people judge them so much when they start having big players and Ronaldo start joining and all those other fantastic superstars from Europe start joining after him. But after that, they thought it's just going to be like a marketing thing, a promotional thing for the country.
But it's not.
But it's not, because when you see them later on just getting like the basketball tournament in 2025, the Asia Cup, that they're currently playing the qualifications for. You have the World Cup happening in 10 years.
Exactly. I mean, they're making the right moves and the right steps. And I think the Arabian Gulf Cup is kind of like preparation for the World Cup. It's 2026. And if everything goes well, then I think everyone will be confident about the World Cup.
I
going
think
in
I'm not
Saudi.
really worried. I said this previously with Majid when we first announced that. When we announced that Saudi Arabia will be hosting the World Cup, I said something. Obviously, we have another World Cup happening in Spain and Morocco, and before that, you would have the one happening in 3 countries: Mexico,
Yeah,
United States, and what was the third country? Canada.
Canada, I think.
Canada. So I said that the World Cup will be happening in 2036. 2036.
No, 2034.
34. Sorry.
2034.
The Gulf Cup is 2026. So 2034. I said that this will be the best World Cup that we will all witness.
I mean, if you see the facilities and if you see the stadiums and if you see, it's kind of so futuristic, So that's why it's really promising. And apart from football, a lot of things are happening in Saudi, like for wrestling, Riyadh Seat and UFC. I mean, they're doing big moves in all industries. Like,
Yeah, I totally agree, because that's where the time when you see people judging you, but you have a plan, you stick to the plan, you just keep following
stick
your
to the plan,
and then,
right, right.
At the end you'll see the
results.
The results.
True.
But let's move on to our second story, and we're not going far from the Arabian Gulf Cup. We are talking about the Arabian Gulf Cup highlights, but for this year, very, very fantastic games. It kicked off surprisingly. That the first round, you had Qatar played against Oman. This is the first round. Qatar and Oman, they drew.
Okay.
Qatar and United Arab Emirates drew, and then you have Kuwait and Oman drew. So all 4 teams had a 1 point. For the second group, where it had Iraq, Yemen, Saudi Arabia, and Bahrain, Bahrain managed to win Saudi Arabia 3-2, and Iraq won Al Yemen 1-0, and that shifted up the group of Bahrain being in the first position, and then you had Iraq in the second position. Yemen and Saudi Arabia came last. People are a bit shaky around those results, especially when you have Saudi Arabia losing against Bahrain, Qatar and UAE drawing 1-1. So the second round kicks
So
off.
Bahrain didn't lose yet, right?
Yeah, sorry.
Bahrain didn't lose yet.
Bahrain
So 2
didn't
wins.
lose. That's what I'll be discussing.
Okay.
So the second round, you had Oman versus Qatar. Oman won Qatar 2-1. And United Emirates played against Kuwait.
Kuwait.
And Kuwait managed to win 2-1.
Ah,
Bahrain versus Iraq, very strong team because Iraq literally just won their first game against Yemen. They managed to win against Iraq 2-0. And lastly, Saudi Arabia grabbed their win. And that's something that their fans were expecting after Yemen. Yemen managed to score 2 goals, but they received a red.
yeah, after losing the first
Card.
game, Saudi Arabia was like most likely to win the second one. I'm really-
Let's share with you the tables. So you have now, after the second round, playing Oman in the first position in Group A with 2 games, 4 points. Kuwait with 2 games, 4 points. United Arab Emirates and Qatar with 1 point each.
I think Kuwait and Oman are both first, right? Because they have 4
Oman
points.
and Kuwait 4 points. Yes.
Yeah, and they scored the same goals, and they
It's copy paste.
yeah, it's copy paste, same
It's
numbers.
copy paste.
Yeah.
And for United Arab Emirates and Qatar, it's also copy paste.
Also paste for 1 point.
Yeah, you have also in the second group, and you have the first qualifiers, Bahrain,
Already with 6
after 2
points.
games, 6 points. Saudi Arabia and Iraq with 2 games, 3 points, losing a game and winning a game. And Yemen, I think, are officially out of the tournament.
Yes, unfortunately.
It's a very, very tight. It's a very, very tight, especially between because you have at the end 4 teams going to the semi-final. You have Bahrain making it to the first semi-final. And then you have today, it's the third fixture where Kuwait are going to win Qatar. Kuwait will play against.
We'll win. I was like, you know what's gonna happen, or no?
Kuwait will play against Qatar. no, my bad. And UAE will play against Oman.
Oman,
And tomorrow we have Iraq playing against Saudi Arabia, and Bahrain versus Yemen. I think this game is already, won't be that important because Bahrain already qualified and Yemen are officially out of the tournament. But I think, you see that Saudi Arabia, if they won their next game against Iraq, because Iraq goal difference, Iraq are -1, Saudi Arabia's on 0. If Saudi tomorrow Saudi have their game with Iraq. If they manage to win or draw, they will qualify to the
They will
semi-final.
qualify, yeah.
Playing the first table, hopefully it's going to be Oman.
In order for Iraq to qualify, they need to win.
Yeah.
They have no other choice. Draw won't be.
But in Group A, it's all equal. Because if Qatar win or UAE win 3-0, they will be +2 with 4 points.
So they have the chance to qualify.
So this game will be like because you have Oman and UAE, like these games will be crazy. These games will be very decider. I'll be watching those games and we'll
a
be
must-watch game, Group A.
Yeah, Group A.
Yeah.
Those 2 games today happening at the same time. They are very fantastic 2 games happening, and I would probably predict.
Yes, I love prediction. Give me.
Yeah.
Tell me.
I would predict. Okay, let me just see. Man. Look, I would probably predict that UAE. Oh, it's very tough. I would predict that UAE and Kuwait will
go
qualify
through. Okay. Means UAE will win the next game
against Oman
against Oman.
today. But they need to win with more than 2 goals away different because they are -1.
And Qatar needs to draw or lose.
No, Qatar already Kuwait will qualify. I feel it because Qatar will play against.
But if Qatar and UAE
Qatar will
both
play against
wins,
Kuwait.
we'll have a group with 4 points.
Qatar will play
Everyone
against Kuwait.
Yeah.
UAE will play against Oman.
Okay.
UAE will win Oman, and Kuwait will win against Qatar. Kuwait will qualify
And UAE will
automatically
qualify.
with 7 points, and UAE will qualify second place with 4 points.
Okay.
But if they manage to score more than 2 goals difference, because they are on -1.
We need to see some goals coming.
Yeah, just
Okay.
because don't put yourself in a situation where you're waiting to see if Qatar, if Kuwait would win. You know, big score because Oman already has one goal up. So if you score a goal against them by two clear, obviously you're gonna take the second
We get the second
position
slot, yeah.
yourself. So yeah, this is what we had. Our second story. Hopefully, wish all the luck. This is just my prediction.
This is just Hisham's prediction,
I'm not
guys.
supporting anyone. Oh, I am supporting UAE.
It
obviously.
is. Trust me, it is.
I'm supporting UAE, obviously, but at the end, I can see that this is such a good tournament. It's really important during that time of the season where you have all the players around. So it would be really something fantastic, you know.
Again, the games are happening today at 2:30, both of Kuwait, Oman,
At
and
6:30.
6:30.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
At 6:30 today, and also tomorrow,
6:30.
Iraq will play against Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia
Same
will
thing.
manage to win Iraq, and they will
Okay.
qualify with 6 points with Bahrain. And hopefully, you would have for the semi-final, you would have Bahrain play against UAE and Saudi Arabia against Kuwait.
According to your prediction.
Yeah, and my prediction: Bahrain will win this tournament.
Oh, so you already have a winner
Yeah, we don't.
before the semifinals.
It's my prediction.
It's too much for a prediction.
Yeah, like come on. It's I don't want to say it's
Okay, that's a good one.
because as I just previously mentioned that having such a tournament being played around you,
Mm-hmm.
what else do you need? Like, tell me, what else do you need?
What do you mean? What else you need?
I mean, if the tournament is being played in Kuwait, okay,
Okay.
and you're not qualifying as like the GCC's
Okay.
country, because like for example, you're from Tunisia.
Yeah.
Well, it makes a difference. You play in Morocco.
A little bit.
Yeah, but it's not like playing in
Yeah, true. I got your
Egypt,
point. Yeah.
or playing in Lebanon, or playing in UAE, right? So you feel like the countries who are like closer to each other is, you know,
Yeah, it's kind of
it's
advantage.
kind of the same weather,
Yes.
same vibe. Of course, having the derbies and the rivalry, that's 100%. I cannot deny this, but playing around in the same culture,
It's like
same vibes.
the country who's hosting the tournament is more likely to qualify and win the tournament. But yes, I totally agree about that. But at the end, everything happens in the 90 minutes of the football game, and these are all external factors. And the strongest team, they don't rely on those, you know. So the
Yeah.
strongest team, whatever they play, they just have to win and to score goals.
Yeah, but I'm saying if I agree with you, but I see that such tournaments like this is very applicable for the players because
Sure.
it's very similar to your league. It's very similar to the national team.
Also, sometimes the weather, because sometimes you play in the
Can
place
you-
very, very
okay.
hot, and the
I'll tell you
players
something
cannot.
I'll tell you what I mean.
Yeah.
Can you see a huge gap difference between Oman, Bahrain, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Qatar as a football national teams, or they're all like on the same level?
I think they're all on the same level.
Some high, some low.
Yeah.
Because when you see that Saudi Arabia lose their first game, but they managed to win their second game, you see, same thing. UAE, they just did a great game for the qualifiers for the World Cup.
There's no obvious
Yeah.
dominance. Like
So what else do you need? It's great time of the year, great weather, especially in the GCC. You've got all the similar countries around you playing. What else do you need? Tell me.
nothing. Nada. Nothing. You made me say it, guys. Come on. But yeah, honestly, yeah. Looking forward for the semifinals and for the winner.
Do you have any predictions?
I have a prediction actually, which is not Bahrain, because I always the one who gets the first two wins and gets the first spot. Usually, they don't win the tournament. This is my history, so I think Saudi Arabia will do a huge.
Which
comeback.
will, yeah,
Yeah,
they can.
yeah. Saudi
They
Arabia
can.
will do a huge comeback.
It's a legacy where you
Yeah.
lose the first game, but you take it all the way up.
Yeah. I remember Portugal won Euro League. I remember something like this with just draws and penalties. They didn't score any goal. The performance were very bad, but they managed to go to the finals and win it. So
You're
I just
talking
thought-
about who?
Portugal.
Portugal, yeah. Even Argentina as well.
Yeah.
Even Argentina, in the World Cup, they lost their first game. They won their second two games. They played the quarterfinals against Australia.
Was it the game they lost? Was it the one against
Mexico.
Saudi Arabia?
They lost Saudi Arabia the
Yeah.
first game, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they played Mexico round of 16 quarterfinals, the semifinals, Netherlands
yeah.
penalties, France penalties.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
everyone can predict, but you will never know. It's just you have to live it. The 90 minutes of the football game, and every game is a different story. And hopefully, we'll see a very good level of football, especially Group A, because it's pretty tight. Now Group B, we can see who's going through, but Group A really,
It's going to be very tight.
yeah, I
Very
think so.
tight. Yeah.
I think so.
Let's move on to our third story of the day, and it's
Third story of the day.
very highlight where we're gonna talk about also Arsene Wenger to participate in Dubai International Project Management Forum. So Arsene Wenger is coming to Dubai to participate in the Dubai International Project Management Forum. I think this is very important because this is the 10th edition happening. He's going to be one of the speakers. It's organized by RTA in collaboration with the Project Management Institute, PMI, and Dubai Electricity and Motor Authorities, DIWA.
Okay.
I think having such a great legendary
Big figure.
manager as Arsene Wenger. Obviously, he's one of the legendary coaches for Arsenal. One of the good teams that he won several tournaments with Arsenal. Also,
I really like him as a coach.
he's a coach. He's a
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
He's a fantastic player. So he was a fantastic player. Humble. He didn't have that strong career as a player, but as a manager, obviously, with the Arsenal fans, they have a special part for him because they believe that. It's just like the Alex Ferguson thing, but Alex Ferguson was that manager who made glory for Manchester United.
True.
But they would appreciate Arsene because if he wasn't there, the club would have fell somewhere. He wouldn't even manage to be in the top four, top five. And I disagree with him in a few things, but obviously, I cannot disagree with Arsene Wenger. Like,
Excuse me, who are you?
who are you? Who are you?
Who are you?
What are you saying? No, he's amazing, but I believe sometimes in his career, he's a kind of a manager that he would never take the risk. Like he had an opportunity to sign Cristiano Ronaldo.
But I think in order to win big, you have to take risks.
Yeah,
This is my
he
call.
doesn't do that.
But he did very calculated risk, I would say. He didn't show very high risks, but
Yeah, so that's very nice, and it's also very nice to see such partners collab together, such as RTA, PMI, and
PMI,
Dubai
yeah.
Electricity Water Authority (DIWA) participate together to organize such a great event for the speakers for the 10th Dubai International Project Management Forum. Hopefully, we can be there and share with you all the insights and highlights behind that forum. Let's move on to our final story of the day, where we can say confirmed teams for the Dubai International Championship. And I mean by the Dubai International Championship, I mean Dubai Basketball International Championship.
happening 24th of January to the 2nd of Feb. Again, we have for the UAE, we have the UAE national team and Sharjah Sports Club, confirmed. Also, we have a Riyadi from Lebanon, which are the reigning champs, back-to-back 2023, 2024. So will they make a three-peat? I don't know. But I really love the club. They're such a good club. So they're coming for the third in a row champs. And we have also Sages Sports Club, Nadi Al-Hikma from Lebanon also. And we have a big news, because I really love the guy. Strong Group Athletics from Philippines.
Nice.
Yes.
They're a
and
great
they
team.
signed DeMarcus Cousins, the former NBA player. They're coming big. They're coming really prepared for this year. So.
Yeah, you just need to explain to the fans who's DeMarco first.
DeMarcus Cousin. You just type DeMarcus Cousin and you say
DeMarco
DeMarcus Cousin is
Sharjah
former
and UAE national team player, former NBA player.
NBA player. Yeah, he used to play with Nuggets, Golden State, He is averaging a lot of points, a lot of rebounds. Is the center, big guy, and he's coming in Dubai to play with the Philippine teams.
It's
Last year
only
we had-
for this tournament.
Yeah, it's only for the tournament, I think. And last year we had DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan, also the former NBA player, who also was playing in the Dubai International Championship. And this year we have DeMarcus Cousins. So I really love and I like seeing these kind of players playing abroad and playing with different teams. I know they're. What do you think about going from an NBA player to like a normal club, worldwide club? Would you?
I think having this ability is just for you that you would think that you can see a plan on where you're going, if that really something would add to you and to your career, you know, because at the end you would say the same thing in football or handball or volleyball,
True.
you know. And handball is a bit different because you have the big leagues are happening in Denmark, Sweden, such as like that. Not the European teams. I think Barcelona conquered it for a while, but now it's like teams in Denmark and Switzerland. But I see is if you believe in a club that has a project, and you believe that project will make sense to you and to your career, based on what experience you have and how good you are, and where you see yourself at that level where you are on that time. I think it makes sense, you know. Just like you see very, very big players and very, very big managers go to clubs and where they have the opportunity being in the top 5 league. But they go to these clubs mainly seeing that they have a project. I know it's an easy example, but Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
You know, he could have played in any club in Europe he wanted, right?
True.
Yeah. But he believed in a project, not only for a team, not only for a league, but for a whole like investment of a whole country itself, you know. And yeah,
I think I would do the same move at the end of my career. Maybe the last 3-4 years, I would go play abroad in different clubs.
which career? We always say the same. we still haven't started to think about the last 3 years. But yeah, like it's never too late. I think it got what it takes. If you believe if you believe in a project, you just have to go from there. Just take, as you said, to make achievements, you need to take risks, right?
Big risks.
Big risk. So yeah, we'll give you all the updates on Dubai International Championship. Hopefully, we'll give you also the update if we will have the ability to have it on Smashi
TV.
We have a lot of upcoming fixtures, very important, coming up next week. We'll be sharing it with you on Monday. However, we have a very important guest who will be joining us next Friday. We'll be announcing that on Smashi Sports Instagram page. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, X to get all the news and also the highlights of our streaming partners. And you can also watch all your favorite volleyball, handball, basketball, and precision home games on Smashi TV. And the highlights are also distributed on Smashi TV and also distributed on YouTube. You can watch them, and you can also listen to us on your favorite podcast platform, Anghami, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube Music.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aziz. It was
Thank you,
nice having
Hisham. Thank you,
today.
everyone.
This was Smashi Sports Show, a Smashi production under the Augustus Media Network podcast. See you on Monday at 11 a.m.
Enjoy the festive season. Stay safe and Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.